Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to start a new lesson on how we show we love God by loving others. Our scriptures today come from 1 Samuel 18 verses 1 through 4 and also 1 Samuel 19 verses 1 through 7. Today we're going to talk more about friendship. True friendship can oftentimes come at a cost: time, effort, energy, and an emotional investment. It's not about what we get, but it's about what we can give. Today we are going to talk about two friends from 1 Samuel 18, 1 through 4 and 19, 1 through 7, named Jonathan and David. Two friends who had an immediate bond of love between them and who swore to be loyal friends. Now, it's easy to be friends with someone and to love someone when it's going to benefit you. And oftentimes we pick our friends based on that, whether it's because they're really fun to hang out with or maybe they're really good at listening to us when we have a problem. But it's much harder to love someone when its friendship comes at a cost, or requires a sacrifice, or it's a risk to us. Like the friendship that Jonathan had with David, it was a friendship that he knew would come at a high cost to him. As David became more popular, Jonathan's dad, King Saul, began to grow fearful of David, and his insecurity turned into jealousy, and that jealousy led King Saul into fits of great anger. Twice, King Saul tried to kill David. Saul even tried to get Jonathan to kill David too. But in spite of all of this, Jonathan still chose to love and to stay true to his pact of loyalty to David, even though it was a risk to be his friend. I mean, his friend was his father's worst enemy. Jonathan confronted his father, pleading for David's life, and when Jonathan realized that his father was still determined to murder David, Jonathan secretly told David about this, risking his own life. But this was in order to save David's life. Jonathan confronted his father, pleading for David's life. But when he realized that his father was still determined to kill David, he secretly told David of this plan. But this came at a high price, causing Saul to become angry at Jonathan too, and also led him to try to kill Jonathan. Jonathan loved David as he loved himself, and he put his own life in danger to prove it. Does that remind you of anything? It might, because in Mark chapter 12, verse 31, Jesus tells us to love your neighbor as yourself. And also in John 15:13, he says that there's no greater love than to lay down your life for your friend. Even though they lived about 1,000 years before Jesus, Jonathan and David embodied Christ-like love in their friendship. God's love for us is real. It's loyal, it's generous, and it's persevering. And ultimately, as Jesus Christ showed us on the cross, it's self-sacrificing. We receive that kind of love from God, and in response to that, we give that kind of love to others. Who is God calling you to love as Jonathan loved David? That's my challenge for you guys today. I want you to ask God to show you who you can be a good friend to today. Don't forget that we do have a new memory verse for this month that comes to us from John 15:14, and it says, "You are my friends if you do what I command." Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye!